Hi, Roseanne. Mama Chipmunk. I just wanted to go live and do a live Nancy Guthrie Spirit Box session today. Just going live, doing it instead of just doing a pre-recording. So you guys will be able to drop your questions in the comments, and we will ask those questions. I know this is just a promptu live. I do have my other phone here so I can read the chat if the chat does go fast. I did, for my mods, I just want to let you guys know I did put it on slow mode. But, hi Black Dahlia, hi Patricia, hi Weird Wig, hi I'm Limitless. So Sheriff Nanos did an interview, you guys, with someone, and he said that nobody has been ruled out. Okay, that means Carlos, that means Luke, that means Annie, that means Tommaso. Hello, Queen. Hello, County Powers. Hello, Nancy. So I just want to do a live spirit box session um, on questions that you guys may have surrounding this new release of information by Sheriff Nanos himself. He released it. He said nobody has been cleared in the Nancy Guthrie case. So that means Luke. That means Carlos, the people that were arrested in the beginning. Also means Annie and Tommaso. Thank you, Roseanne. Um, so we'll just do a live spirit box session. I want to see what Nancy has to say about all of this, and I also want to see if we can kind of pull on Sheriff Nanos's energy as well to see if he's bluffing or if he's doing anything else. Sorry, I have no makeup on today, you guys, other than eyeliner and mascara. I am limitless. I am feeling a little bit better. Yes, I am not done yet with doing some stuff, but I'm feeling a little bit better. Thank you. I am limitless. So if you guys have questions, drop them down in the chat about what you guys want me to ask in the spirit box session for Nancy. Thank you, Weird Rig. I love you guys too so much. Thank you. Thank you, Melody. Sent Girl Power. Thank you so much. Also, I do have a couple of a thank you that I do want to say. We might as well just do it at the beginning here. So let me grab these. It is from Joey. That's her name on YouTube. She says, I'm hoping these make you feel a little better. You still look beautiful even after a hospital visit. We love you too. Hugs, Joy. So she got us for the channel Haters Exposed. Okay, so I really love this deck. Okay, I love this deck. Hi, Joanne. Hi, Elizabeth from Scotland. And then she also got me some decaf coffee since I can't have regular coffee right now. Got this coffee, so thank you, Joey, for this coffee. It's a Sunday Drive decaf. And then I can't wait to try this one. Store County Coffee, Heavenly Caramel, medium roast, of course, decaf. So I just want to say a very big thank you to Joey. Thank you so very much for sending me that gift. That really did lift my spirits up. It was a surprise. I did receive it. All right, you guys, I'm going to get the headphones. I am going to be using the new headphones that were gifted to our channel, okay, by Kimberly. So we will be using these new headphones in the live today, okay? Thank you, Sally. All right. Did you catch, Nancy, did you catch when Nanos said second cousin family to the family on the DBA? I did hear that. I did hear that. So I was wondering if maybe he was referring to Charles Guthrie's niece. That would be Nancy Guthrie's niece through marriage, but I was wondering if that's who he was referring to. Okay, so let me get this going here, and then we'll get to the questions, okay? Actually, let me turn it on so you guys can actually hear that it's on first. Okay, so angel number 904. Okay, we're at 24.9 degrees Celsius. But as you can hear, it's on. The radio, I'll turn the volume up even louder. See, it's on. But we're going to turn that down so it's not that loud when I put it on my ear. All right, you guys. Okay, so first question is, let me just make sure. Hi, Big Zigs 3. Oh, we have people coming through already. Okay. Dawn, what do you think about Nancy's B-Day being just before her abduction? Did they use that for the dinner? I can ask that question. All right, Holy Spirit. Let me just say a prayer quick, you guys, okay? Holy Spirit, God, no, Jesus. Okay. All right, we're going to start out with that question. We are going to sweep forward. Okay, if Nancy Guthrie, if Nancy Guthrie could come through, as well as my spirit guides and ancestors, and Nancy Guthrie spirit guides and ancestors. It said here, here, here. There's the male voice. Did they use Nancy Guthrie's birthday? It said fair food. Did they use Nancy Guthrie's birthday to get her, to set up the abduction, to get her out of the house? Find mixed. Nancy Guthrie, did they use your birthday to get you out of your house? It said our town. Look at your jeweler. Something about rent. She knew, basically. She heard it in the first. What did you hear in the first, Nancy? Taxes and to purchase inventory. So are you saying the dinner was so Annie and Tommaso could talk to you about money, Nancy Guthrie? Something about being revoked? Players, and then the car type, it's a Thomas, the car type GM. He came and he looked. Who came and looked? Who came and who looked? Who came and looked? There was another. Who was the other? Retirement. It's something about retirement. If they wanted. They're hiding the truth. Something about traffic. Can you tell me about what they're hiding? The front. Something about the front. What about the front? Book your free consultation. What do you mean book their free consultation? Theft of the what? What was stolen other than Nancy? What was stolen other than Nancy? Something about a light, you guys. Okay, we're going to move on to the next question. Ooh. They're trying to bring it all together. Get up to 3. 3 birth. There's going to be a rebirth. So you mean there's going to be a transformation in Nancy Guthrie's case as more evidence coming to light? It said, open your pretty eyes. My eyes are open. That was a human's thoughts. They said, yeah, Mike. Let's talk a little. Okay, we're going to go to Big Zig's 3's question. Ask the box when Walter Ivan Conclaves will be arrested. It said not addressing. Will Walter Ivan Conclaves be arrested in the Nancy Guthrie case? I hear piano music coming through. Will Walter Ivan it said under the mat. What about the mat? What about the mat? What's under the mat? Yeah, they should have taken the mat. What's under the mat? It said T. It said T. Are you talking about Tommaso? He acts like this. Will Walter Ivan Conclaves? Actually, maybe we'll start with Steve. Will Walter Ivan Conclaves be arrested in... I hear bass guitar coming through. Will he be arrested? The department situation. Will he be arrested in... They are all. Will he be arrested? They are all doomed, it said. Will he be arrested in conjunction to the Nancy Guthrie case? Something about the hair. They said no. It says goes with no experience to firearms. Okay, we're going to move to the next question. Thank you. Thank you, Big Zigs, for your question. The name Jeff came through again. Okay, from Karen Lechner. Sorry if I'm pronouncing your last name wrong, Karen. How many people are involved with Nancy? How many people are... They needed their power restored. It said fire. How many people are involved with Nancy Guthrie's kidnapping? How many perps are involved with Nancy Guthrie's kidnapping? Looking for timing. What do you mean about the timing? That's all. Pick up the phone. Are you saying the timing is off? It said 1:32. 1:32 a.m. in the morning? Window. Christian, and he will ask again. So It says something about 5 billion and a director. How many perps are involved with the kidnapping of Nancy Guthrie? And I also know that. A court date. Are you talking about Luke or are you talking about Luke's court date? W-R. Again, the W, you guys. That same W keeps coming out. You guys may be thinking it's the Walter Conclave Ivan whatever Jr. Outer shed. Are you telling us where Nancy is? Pretty large. Qualify the others. Who are the others? The average long term. It says something about a cousin and a brother. They were waiting. Who? 2,321 yards away from Nancy Guthrie's home. The night of her kidnapping. Or is that an address? Giant. The people we got. Okay. How many people are involved with Nancy Guthrie kidnapping? A Catholic legacy. I mean, I'm Catholic, so it could be just... Sports are very important. Again, the sports. Police say 2. Make it so. Okay. Others. Are there others involved other than just 2? It said find her. And someone lost 25 pounds. The group. The word day came out. Someone who broke into a store. Okay, we're going to, like 40, 50 years of his life. This is weird. Name John came through again. Okay, next question. Thank you, Karen, for your question. By Jiggles Wiggles, maybe you could ask, does she love Tommaso as end up in jail? Who's going to end up in jail? So he's short. Something about soybeans. Who's going to end up in jail? The ballpark. It said the day he lost her. Were you talking about Sama? They covered her mouth. Okay. I was going to ask the question, maybe you could ask, does she love Tommaso as Annie's husband? And it said, it said ultimate holding. But then when I was going to ask the question, it said he's going to end up in jail. Ready, in play. It said I was in love. He's always been unusual. Who's always... There's a new word. Who's always been unusual? Affairs committee. Was there an affair? Tom, structure. It's the best experience for our coverage. What? Nancy Guthrie, did you like Tomaso as your son-in-law? As your son-in-law? Your daughter's husband? Said my dad. Who we were talking about before. Said Anne. Colorful. A single year. What do you mean by that? They said go out there. He rang and gave her a call. Okay, we're going to go to the next question. Here's the next question. Okay, by Leanne. Why has the FBI been... Why? Said, well, who's running it? Why has the FBI been around A&T? Is that Annie and Tommaso? It's not a game. They haven't. Has. What does the FBI have on Annie? No one ever's like come forward. That's what it said. It was a male. Profession lies. What do you mean profession lies? And I'm not going to let... You're not going to let what? Who's lying? What profession is lying? Said we financed the thief under his watch. The car, the under part. Are you talking about Annie and Tomaso? It said seconds. Are you talking about Annie and Tommaso's car? Are you talking about Annie and Tommaso's car? Or are you talking about Luke's car? Luke Daly's car. What's happening behind the scenes, okay? And what is happening behind the scenes? They weren't very good when I was growing up. What is happening behind the scenes? Everything. It literally said everything. And what is everything? Legal. Legal what? Legal what? You got to come through clear as possible. They need to make it clear, and my spirit guides are yelling at someone saying, why aren't you making it clear? It said Ashley, and then it said Mama, the legend. What's the legend? You got to come through clear. I only want truthful information coming through. Something about the plumber. T. It said T and the plumber. Still having 60 some days. Yeah, we're at like 180 days. We're going to be at 6 months real soon. Okay, we're going to move to the next question. Thank you, Leanne. GMC white box truck, Irene. May, thank you. They did bring out GM. Is there anything you can tell us about the GMC white box truck? They said he's the DSA. Is that a big bird? Can you tell us more about the GMC white box truck that's been seen around in the Catalina foothills? Wake up, FIFA? I don't know what FIFA is. It said Al, and my husband Ryan got it. I don't have a husband. Okay, we're going to move to the next question. There's a part of their front yard dug up recently. Nancy, at A&T's home, there is part of their front yard dug up recently. It said, thank you for asking. Something about crossing. Looks horrible. The name Stacy came out. Come. Charles. Okay, Charles, are you trying to come through? Julie, JLR just said that the number one drugs. JLR just said that Tomaso is the prime suspect now. Is that the truth? By Julie. I mean, I know that Julie's not saying that. I know Julie's not making that up. But is Tomaso the number one suspect now? He, down in my soul, today, is Tommaso Cioni the number one suspect in the Nancy Guthrie kidnapping? Thank you. Said he's a Democrat. Appliances, and they're exploring life sentences. Something about graduation. They thought of like the worst idea possible. Something about driving. Yeah, Tommaso was the last person to see, was the last one to see Nancy Guthrie. Okay, next question. Thank you, Lori. Thank you, Jerry. I'm trying to make sure. Okay. There was a similar mat at the Castilla that wasn't taken. Yeah, they didn't take any of the soak up the sun. Can you tell us more about the vehicle that was used to kidnap Nancy Guthrie? Someone did unfiled tax returns. $90BB. Offshore. Are you talking about offshore account? If you know, at 7 p.m. Okay, we're going to move. I am limitless. Your stars at the end of your name. You remember. Good evening, Angela. Something about the election? Okay, watch it today. Okay, you're talking about Sheriff Chris Nanos? Thank you for the gift. Going south, Julie, JLR said Ashley Banfield heard that Tomaso is the prime suspect. She was told. He is. That's what they just said. Cameron said, you want me to? Okay, we will ask the question about cameras. Luis, thank you for the gift. Luis1221 wants to know about Nancy Guthrie's son, Cameron. Does Cameron know who did this? Something about Menards. Seems to be. Does Cameron, Nancy Guthrie's son, know who did this to Nancy Guthrie? Whoa, that was creepy. They said he's what? What is he doing? He finds emptiness. That store. He wants to see. What does he want to see? There. What does he want to see? What does Cameron want to see? The student. The 50-year. There's more. What's more? Tell me more. Secret agent. 2 guys. To his former lieutenant. He's continuing to get nonprofit. Something about a policy. Is Cameron doing his own undercover work? It says Savannah. And we do not consider you. You do not consider them what? Trust. Trust what? Into sponsor. Are you talking about trust as in finance? Are you talking about trust as in financial trust? Money? On Paramount. Something about 57? Can you tell me more? Can you tell me more about Cameron? Think about 35%. Think about 35% what? He's looking for the best. No guaranteed success. Something about her house and a request. That was weird. IP Suite, how far he's willing to go. What do you mean how far Cameron's willing to go? They're saying he's not the one who did this. Secure financially. He's secure financially. But he's heard about something about the people getting into her home. The name Ben came through. The radio app and search. Is Cameron doing his own investigation? Packaging. Which is an increase. TRA can, whether he can eliminate or reduce, and something about Crystal Bay. Was. Okay. What about Michael Savannah's husband? Does he have anything to do with Nancy Guthrie's disappearance? He went to the Supreme Court. Moving in an apartment to lease. Okay, the name Paul came out. We're not going to bring out any information about said Congress. Been a 1-year stop. Does Michael Feldman have anything to do with Nancy Guthrie's kidnapping? part of your platform. Okay. Cool stuff your kids will absolutely love. That's strange. He's trying to keep people out. What do you mean he's trying to keep people out? Family room. It said investing illegally. Possibly gone or slightly. With, okay. Is he trying to use his PR firm to something about chocolate, bringing chocolate at the end of the day? I don't know. Is Michael Feldman using his PR firm to try to help Savannah's family? Stay out of the public eye? Something about a promotions team. He gave it away because he didn't want to. He didn't want to what? This is strange, you guys. It said stop them. We're trying to stop them, Nancy. The education. They keep pointing at the education. The pictures are... So his stuff is what? So his stuff is what? Let's get straight to the point here. I'm with you. I could have... The name Tony came out. Society. So he's trying to help keep the family... Yeah, he's trying to keep the family hidden, things under wraps. That's what it sounds like. And something about money. What about the money? The name Joe came out as well. Something about a relationship. Still has a relationship. The number 22 came out. 3 were there. It said 3. The name Stacy came out. Stick around. You talking about a neighbor? Nancy Guthrie, are you talking about a neighbor? Summer. Swing back. Are you talking about a neighbor? Why I'm asking this is because they brought out a name that has to do with a different case. And said how much you love me. And this specific case was a neighbor who kidnapped the person. Is that why you're bringing out that name? If you're not familiar, they brought out the person who's being tried for Michael Joseph Vaughn's kidnapping. Yeah, right here. So to me, they're bringing that name out. That means it's a husband and a wife and a neighbor and another person involved. And it's a neighbor who lives in the same neighborhood. Everyone. Okay, we're going to move on to the next question. Something about a roof. So is there a roofing business? Does somebody, I'm going to scroll down to the bottom of the chat. Does anybody in that neighborhood own a roofing company? I'll tell you, by her. I told you we talked about it. They stayed in touch, so they never looked away. Nanos. It said Nanos. BB, what did you say, BB? I'm looking at the chat in my own live just so I can say 2242. That could be an address, which I do believe is an address in that area. 2242. Activity allowing them to monitor her. I thought a roofer, BB Electra. I thought roofer for sure at first. Maybe one repaired her roof recently. I'm more wondering, is there a roofing company that someone who owns a roofing company that lives near Nancy Guthrie? Irene May. Yes, a roofer lives in neighborhood. Think he's in jail. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Irene May. Good evening. It's within reach. Okay. So is the owner of the roofing company, are they in jail? I'm asking the spirit box. State high schools. It says state high schools. Okay, the name Eric came through. We're going to move to the next question. They make you love your home again. Big Zig's 3's question. Is Nancy's body out of the old church? Is Nancy Guthrie's body, it said Moonlight, is Nancy Guthrie's body out by the old church on Reddington Road by the river? 92.9. I need a clear yes or no. Is Nancy dark hit? Is Nancy's? You need to take 2 turns to get over to her. Yes. And something about sales. 2546. The auto. Are you talking about where the car is? 2546. It's been said probably from the ownership. You're really good with this. He answered the phone. What do you mean, Nancy? He answered the phone. Every Friday at 4:20. Does that mean someone smokes something? Here come your greatest. Nancy, I know you're trying to give addresses and directions. What about the phone, Nancy Guthrie? I wouldn't support them. What do you mean you wouldn't support them? The name Jennifer came out and Horn. What do you mean you wouldn't support them, Nancy Guthrie? Take 37. You got something about a tavern? You have to go past a tavern? A. Convenient. The criminally. So do they have to go past the jail? or prison or something? You're saying criminally. Into the activity was postponed. What do you mean? One call. Who made the call? Selling of who made the call? First of all, who made the call that you're talking about? A couple hours a day. Who made the call that you're talking about? The person who last talked to her. That's what they said. At 10 p.m. Superintendent Max came out. The boss. So are you talking about that they said they hate the band? So you tell the last person to see Nancy Guthrie, contact Green. 290, yeah, but possible allegation involving Tommy. The name James came through as well. So are you talking about Walter Conclaves Jr., whatever his name is, as well? He wore black. Someone's being a fraud. Alderman Scott. HG. Okay, we're going to move to the next question. Derek Kalela. What about Derek Kalela? So Todd. What about Derek Kalela? The case. He's the one who wrote the fake ransom letter and who contacted Annie and Tommaso. So you gotta love that. And that's your news headline. Did Derek Kalela have anything to do with actually kidnapping Nancy Guthrie? Missed. And then the word Ford came out. A Wednesday? Go ahead. Double down. It says thousands. It's talking about gambling. So everybody, if you are on your phone, if you could just double tap that screen for me and like this live for me. It's talking about the district. He thought it was some kind of a game. So does Derek Kalela really have anything to do with Nancy Guthrie's kidnapping other than the fake ransom letter? Two 14897. 214897. Double realm. To learn about Derek. He likes to quote. What were those notes he took? Clears it. America's political parties. All right, we're going to move on to the next question. Thank you for everything by Angela. You are incredible. 89. Thank you for everything you do. Can the 3 points mean that the person who took Nancy is from a gang member? The Latin gangs they would belong to is referred by points/crowns. Okay, so Nancy Guthrie, the 3 points you keep bringing out, are you referring to a gang member? Plausible. It said something 507, 2 like. He's going to talk about something else. 3 points. I will say it again. It's your what? 3 points is your what? It said stalker. With a combination of 3 points is a combination of stalker. Are you telling me that the person who actually kidnapped Nancy Guthrie lives in 3 points? The more guilt and the more shame. $560 on, typically in a healthy neighborhood. Beautiful downtown places. The school. You got to come through clear. But smoky is another one. What do you mean by that? But smoky is another one. Something clear. Statewide. I know I have 4 very specific locations, Nancy, that you have pointed me to. One is in your neighborhood. The family. And one area is literally right kitty corner from your house. He's using the power in his position to make coaches. The one area that she did give me is right in between the house that the renters lived in, and there's not an actual house that's there. It's like land in between the 2 houses. That area needs to be searched. And so it's right going towards where the lady gave the interview to Brian Enton, and in between where the neighbors rented the house that moved out. You have to cross that street, go on that side where those neighbors lived. In that area, I believe, needs to be searched for evidence. And yes, one of the locations she did give does points towards family. Okay, we're going to move to the next question. Professional equals LE. The automotive. The awareness. $150. Bottles. He likes the bottles and he dropped one. What do you mean by that? Has. It's a Native American history. So you're talking about a museum? Yeah, I'm talking about a museum. So do we have to go past the museum to get to you, Nancy Guthrie? They said Francesca Hall. Thank you. Okay, from I Am Limitless. Was Tommaso's gambling debt the true motive? He's bringing up World War II, you guys. So again, that AV, are you talking about like a military museum? They grabbed her. They Google searched her. That's what they just said. Build Me Up, Buttercup. That song came out. It was painful. We're talking about Tommaso's gambling debt. He, Nanos. But is what? His country friend. What do you mean by that? The name Ian came out? Was Tommaso's gambling debt the true motive? It's literally a tender subject. Thank you, Cheryl. Okay, we're going to start on the road. Okay, we're going to move. Okay, so from Julie, you've heard the porch guy is either Walter from the band or Tommaso's brother from Italy. Is the porch guy. Problem, it said problem. The porch guy, is it Tommaso's brother from Italy? Wrong. Is it Walter? With their family. Was Walter with his family when the porch guy was? Everybody knows it. Was Walter? And that's a true story. The name Katie keeps coming out. Next question kicks off sort of the back. They tried. Jiggle Wiggles, they tried to do things. I was going to read Jiggle Wiggles. Did you ever think Annie and Tomaso were always using Nancy for money? They were labeled. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? They were labeled. Fantastic. Take 100. Okay, take 100 to where? It said Capitol. Take 100 to Capitol. Down by the bridge. No matter what they do. Near midnight. So they took 100 to Capitol, down near a bridge, near midnight. Is that what you're telling me? They don't want to face being guilty. Who doesn't want to face being guilty? It's not what they want to hear. Who doesn't want to face being guilty? Said I am. You are what? Who doesn't want to face being guilty? So one day it's another publisher. I think it's, you think it's who? Look at the 355 right there. How to stop what? The glory is today, the university. $50. Year after year. Next question by Tammy Young. Has A&T, Annie and Tommaso, gone separate ways? It's been said A is in Vermont. Has Annie and Tommaso gone separate ways? Said hallelujah. Are Annie and Tommaso still together? It would be extraordinary. Enough. Top rated success. They stayed on the outside. Something he tried to flip out on him. Something about a brother. We're going to move to the next question. From LeapCoin. Was money embezzled from the business? From financial institutions. Something was in place. What was in place? Schools. What was in place? Are you talking money being embezzled from Annie's business? The lands, basically. Filtered into the what? Endorsement from government. It said either fall or it's Paul. Issue, that's it. It was a distraction. It said, don't be a trash bag. Well done. Sorry, guys. He's new. Annie. Thank you, Mom Chipmunk. Yeah, if you guys could please hit that thumbs up button for me. If you're on a phone, just double tap that screen. If you're on a computer, just click the thumbs up button. We have 193 in here and only 114 likes. Okay, Windy City, North Side. I mean, I think we kind of answered this. Was a former neighbor of Annie and Tommaso's involved? Was a former neighbor of Annie and Tommaso's involved with Nancy Guthrie's kidnapping? Said attic. Now she overdid it. Who overdid it? what is happening. CBD store, relax. The community. Did this person own a very old pickup truck? Whoever. It was worth living. So there is a girl. What do you mean, so there is a girl? And her name is what? What's her name? They killed. What is the girl's name that's involved with Nancy Guthrie's kidnapping? What's the girl's name that is involved in Nancy Guthrie's kidnapping? Name Carrie came through. And here I think is the kicker. What do you mean by that? I know what you mean by the... You should remember he was the opener. The reporters. He grabbed my head. The name Jack came through. Before God. FCU. They should go back to. They should go back to where? They should go back to where? The stars. What do you mean by that? They should go back to the stars. He is the elite. It's not a joke. Who is the elite? Who is the elite? The college. They keep bringing out college, university, and high school. They keep bringing out the schools. That is a known commodity. Him. I heard a harmonica playing. Okay. Disappeared for those times. Mike Savannah's hubby. Did he really go play tennis? He was the presenter. Impacts. Impacts what? That's what he was doing. Something about Katie. The name Katie came through. And bars. They should be more worried about others. Anything else we need to know about the big advertiser? So are you talking about Mike Savannah's, Michael Feldman? You will try to avoid. So people who are published. Are they using, this is my own question, is Mike Feldman and Savannah Guthrie using their connections with politics to help keep Nancy Guthrie's case kind of under wraps? It says something about Croatia. Are they using their political ties, Savannah and her husband, using their political ties to keep the family kind of hidden, Nancy's case kind of under wraps a little bit, and behind the scenes? That's all. All right. Let's move on to the next question. From Weirdwig. Nancy Guthrie, did you know something was going to happen to you? Before you got kidnapped, Nancy Guthrie? Said 75. And then they were. Nancy Guthrie, did you know something was going to happen to you? X motivation. No idea. Eric, he broke down. The new house will be. Mark your calendars because what? What do we need to mark our calendars for? WI 1310. And more highly ranked. They're bringing out numbers again. These are addresses, you guys. Said I've been holding on. Hi, Aquarius, Terra Paranormal. Someone used something as a supplement. Queen says, I'm sure Cameron and Savannah have discussed tea often. Has Cameron and Savannah? Something about law offices? The open was that. Has Cameron and Savannah discussed Tommaso often? Something about roasting him? Air Force veteran. Yes, Cameron's an Air Force veteran. Elected office in many cases. There's a screwball in a deal. What do you mean by that? The infinite jerk. That's weird. Building someone's future. Minimizing him because of what? It's hard to what? Minimizing him because of what? And the name Chris came out as well. A pronounced supper club. Quickly took off. Roads that go by it. Roads that go by it. Supper club. Spirits in the seat. What about AI? So thank you, Mama. Instant real form? No, there's no AI being used here. Something about, it says something CC in the back. Number 42. There's the big hills. Catalina foothills. The cell phone. Okay, we're going to move on to the next question. The name Louis came out. And Barnes. She was screaming. Great 52. You heard funds were embezzled from Nancy's account to offshore. Is that why we're bringing out AI? On the run. Doubled. Is that why you brought out AI? Because of the questions? Okay. The question I heard, funds were embezzled from Nancy's account to offshore account. Is that from an AI channel? I'm not saying you're AI, Leap Coins. I'm saying it might have been an AI channel who, so most of. The fork. The netting. What about the netting? Something about the heart? Even though we fight hard for those. Were funds embezzled from Nancy Guthrie's account to an offshore account? It was the name. It was the name that was on the text message, and it said 2 right now. Okay, we're going to move to the next question. It said at the hills. They're cleaning the pool at A&T's house. Does that mean that they are going home? Are A&T going to be returning to their property? They're home they're stepping into the kitchen. All right. Annie and Tommaso going to be returning to their home in the Catalina foothills? They were movers. They said he's on budget care. Something about a policy holder. Everybody stay calm. The father took a break from what other people have. What do you mean by that? He entered the home. He's been too cowardly to say it. Who's been too cowardly to say it? Who's been too cowardly to say it? His rationale. The change comes from the outside. He's good. Who's been too cowardly to say it? Friend? The plan of theirs. As around. The final drawing. One of that one is you. The song from the one that I want. That song keeps coming out. That's from Greece. I'm pretty sure. That song's from Greece. Something about the power. And you may experience breathlessness. Okay, what are we talking about here? The largest road. Julie, listen. Back in the day. This is the message for one of you guys. The motion. An out-of-control obligation. Not the church. Okay, let's refocus. Something other than the numbness. Okay, we're going to refocus. Hi, Desi. Senator Democrat. Okay. He's a quitter. The name Stephen keeps coming out. Hi, Beck, and everyone just got off, hurried home to watch, but so glad. Thank you. Corn fed and bread. Oh, yeah, that's a cute name, though, actually. North 34th Street. It brought out, I'm just trying to get to the questions, you guys. Off in the dark. They're off in the dark trying to think. Allow more. Okay, let me get to the questions here. Nancy Guthrie, was your kidnapping was the reason you were kidnapped, did it have to do with politics? Healthy, the name Ricky came out. Women. Blue. We had to lower our taxes. They missed the bus. Are you thinking about throwing somebody under the bus? Are you talking about throwing somebody under the bus? Can you see? Yes, I can see. They're talking about the winter. Release the water. So are you talking about a wash and a dam or something? The community. And he what? And he what with the wash? And he what with the wash? A few dollars. A few dollars, the wash. The studio. Bring you home. That's what the Bible says. Okay, Julie Cameron says the guy across the street has a roofing company. If I recall, his son works also. Okay. She had a roofer done at her year prior. Okay. Her roof was done recently. Free. He's from this country. What do you mean he's from this country? Said, hi, Jill. Business owner. A CNR and a grill. Thank you. Yes, this was gifted to me. by one of my subscribers. The police the next day. What about the police the next day? What about the police the next day? Why didn't the police collect the doormats? I figured. You figured what? Jupiter. Jupiter means good luck and expansion is coming in for you guys. There could be also something named Jupiter in Arizona, Tucson. Why didn't law enforcement collect the porch mat? Said the interview room. Okay. Steve, why didn't law enforcement collect the porch mats? Cover what? All in one. You think the guy, yeah, we think the guy, they could have gotten evidence off the doormat since there was blood there. And the guy was holding a light in his mouth, trying to ripped out the camera, the Nest cam. You're not going to tell me there wasn't saliva on that front porch. They're children. Work, daily stress. That's no excuse for not collecting the doormat. Registered as a foreign. The name Danny came out. Okay, we're gonna move to the next question. I'm irritated about them not collecting those front porch mat. On 7/6, you said Tom Gulch, Peter, Matt, Stephen liked them. The citizens of all nations and Phil very dangerous. Okay, so that's what came out. So what is the question, Luis? That one. There is a photo of NGC 2546 taken from the Stellarium in Tucson. Okay, thank you, Dean. Yep, Walter is the name of a band member. Julie, but JL just said Tommaso is getting arrested very soon. That's why Savannah was trying to get them to come clean in a message. Could be. Is that why Savannah released the new plea? Her loving hands. Tom, do the right thing. All of those. Be patient. It's a weird sound that keeps. The 40-year-old. What about the 40-year-old? What a trade. What do you mean? I think that led to. You think that led to what? Said, I love this. American Bank. Okay. Your happy clients are talking. About how you could. Okay. We're going to refocus here. We're going to refocus. Did Savannah Guthrie release the new plea because she believes Tomaso is going to get arrested soon? This is what JLR is supposedly saying. Something about head. They do not make it. Ministries. Trump. Free markets. So it takes 79. Okay, so the implosion. So are you trying to say he really did come to my house? Who really came to your house? Who really came to your house? The Democrat elected official. Okay. Oh, okay. We're talking about, side note, somebody is connecting with somebody from a past life in this life. Side note, that just came through. The name Tom came out. Okay, next is by Janice Hunter. Will Derek Kalela give out some useful information to move along the case? Next, your civic duty. Will Derek Kalela, if I'm saying his last name right, give out some useful information to help move along Nancy Guthrie's case? Something about grocery stores. Most of the time, I'm going to say it's buried. What you need to do is, what do we need to do? Helping songs to play more. Okay, that's weird. Yeah. What about Luke Daly and Carlos? Educate their legacy. You're talking about the reward? You're talking about the reward? They've all seen my personal life. What do you mean? Are you talking about Luke Daly and Carlos, the people who were first arrested? Cards too. Go back and have another. Oh, good Lord. Are they going to try to frame Luke Daly? So it said support the family. Are they going to try to frame Luke Daly and Carlos? We're going to try to guide you through this. He will. Who will? Who will? Ted after 10. Who's going to try to frame Luke Daly and Carlos? He got them alone. What do you mean he got them alone? He's the boss. The one who did the radio shows. What do you mean? It's him. The student traveling out. The police bracket. We're going to have an issue. Because I'm for all of them. What do you mean because you're for all of them? That sounded like Sheriff Nanos' voice. Conferring it. Mission. Okay, we're going to move on to the next question. I'm going to go for about 10 more. The name Ken came out and the name Martin came out. Golf. Okay, Irene May said she searched an exit near Tucson twice and saw the same vehicle pass by. Was Irene May close to finding Nancy? Was Irene May close to finding Nancy? 3 moments. Was Irene close to finding Nancy? It's not your fault. What do you mean by that? He gets up there. Who gets up there? Who gets up there and where is up there? You're at the bottom of where, Nancy? Nancy Guthrie. Cross. It crosses. It crosses what, Nancy Guthrie? To the cost of millions? So you're talking about like a highway? Something about food, you guys. You know what I called you to do. Okay, next question from Louise. Is there a bunker where, Nancy Guthrie, is there a bunker that you are in down the hill from Sheriff? I was not. Are you near water treatment place, Nancy Guthrie? I swear I heard a faint yes, Louise. It felt like a miracle in your community. Nancy Guthrie, are you near a water treatment place? Send him home. What do you mean by that? What do you... Movies, see the news. Some people mean well, okay. You mean a well? Like a septic tank? 3-2. Owned a business. Okay. It's an easy fix. Okay, Nancy Guthrie. I don't know if he used pine. Nancy Guthrie, you said the second ransom letter says that you're buried out in nature. Is that the truth? Are you buried out in nature? The 9/9 party. Is that the truth, Nancy Guthrie? Are you buried out in nature? Said First American Bank home equity. Family scheduling. I am friends. Look for me. And then it said 7th school year. That's very cryptic. Can you tell me where in nature you are buried, Nancy Guthrie? No, 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 no laughing. No evil or negative energy is allowed to come through. It's going to be a local team that finds her. Something about a new documentary. Thank you, Roseanne. Something about a crash. Not valid for delivery. Something about transit. Nancy Guthrie, can you tell me where in nature you're buried? Cross dental. And then the word New Berlin came out. Less Odoo. That was the back. The back what? It's an ant. It said Annie, you guys. Ever if it was known. Something about a celebrity impersonation. What do you mean by that? Thank you, Charlotte. Yeah. I was just reading Don Nash's. It says 3 points. Arizona is a rural, unincorporated community in Pima County, southwest of Tucson, known for its desert landscape, wide open spaces, and a mix of suburban and rural living. Yeah. And when I was reading that, it said, that's all. Listen with sports. Sports. With Stacy. By the mountain. Is there a mountain near, or like a mountainous area near? 3 points. Is it near the Ryan Airport? Her bag at 6 o'clock. Is it near the Ryan Airport? The first what? Evidence. They came in forces out there. That's a good choice for the exceptional vehicle. Should people be searching the 3 points? Something about the governor. Should people be searching the 3 points vicinity area near the 2-1 Sports near the Ryan Airport? Throw them over there. You got to come through. Something about a scripture. He likes to whistle. Who likes to whistle? The Sarge came out and the hill, speeding alone. Driving 30. Something about 9. He's been there. Sports, you guys. Sports. They keep referring to the Brewers. So that is a baseball team. So baseball diamonds. And unless there's a Brewers player that lives in Arizona or Tucson, or brewing, like a brewing company, wealth, you have caught us. Okay, next question is from Sue. Does the location have any, the speeding in the automobile, does the location have anything to do with the septic slash sewer systems in the backyards? Smarter. Specifically, it's what? That you heard she's in the open there. We love making new friends. The snaps mark. Because the wind? What do you mean about the wind? I don't know. Is it windy in Tucson? You guys? I've never been to Arizona. In order to take Patricia, if you're on the phone, you just double tap your screen and it'll make it like the video. Okay, one more question. The guys move out a day or two after the disappearance. What about the guys that moved out a day or two after Nancy Guthrie's disappearance? They're not used to saying that. Tucker and Kraft, high on. Nancy Guthrie, last question I want to ask. Nancy Guthrie, do you know who buried you out in nature? The name Teresa came through. Nancy Guthrie, do you know who buried you out in nature? 2 and 10. You gotta say it clear. Colville? I don't necessarily see Willie. Who? 4387. They were one. They were in the sky on Sunday, the day February 1st, Sunday, February 1st. I know. The existence. Nancy Guthrie, can you please tell me? I'm struck. The name John Parker came through. The 70. Nancy Guthrie, can you please tell me who buried you in nature? It's possible. The name John came out again. Difficult teaching. Can you give me more about that? The mission? Can you clarify the teaching for who buried you out in nature, Nancy Guthrie? Barely, said Tommy. Because what? I only want truthful information. Tell someone who they were right. Tell who they were right. Mattresses or matches? The ring? They said it said cosplay. So somebody was dressed up? The name Anthony Fauci came out, so that's Tony. I do. There you go. You can't lose. It's a weeknight. Okay, last question. Nancy Guthrie, is there anything you'd like to... Last question. Last question. She said I was heavy. People are running. Nancy Guthrie, last question. Is there anything you'd like to tell your family, friends, and the people who love and care about you? Last November, remember? You're digging near Narowski's. The name Kyle came out. Official, health official. Said Lawson wasn't getting it done anymore. Okay. Talking about the sheriff? Opportunities to ourselves. And not right there in the mind. It was fantastic. Will host. That was it. Fantastics came out. That sounded creepy as crap. This is something about a schedule. Solved. Timber ramp up. Okay. All right. I'm going to say thank you for coming through. Thank you for Fauci. This is talking about doctors. But what do you mean about the reliable hands? What are you talking about, doctors, Nancy? The business. Thanking you. Okay. 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 And monsoon. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. We're going to end the spirit box session. We're disconnecting everyone in the session who's watched, everyone on the live who's watched, everyone who will watch. We are disconnecting from the spirit box, okay? Thank you for coming through. Goodbye. Oh, my ears are ringing. Hang on, let me scroll all the way, you guys. Oop, missed something. Hang on. Say thank you for the Thank you, TLC. Hang on. Okay. All right. Let me get this off my head. All right, you guys. So now my hair is a little crimped. That's a spirit box session for Nancy Guthrie. I do believe they brought out a lot of information for Nancy Guthrie. It is sounding like things are going to be, more information is going to be coming out. More things are going to be being revealed in regards to what happened to Nancy Guthrie. Um, what I don't like that came through is they literally said someone's going to be framed. So I'm not really pleased about that. So hopefully, they're not going to try to frame someone. Um, but that's what the spirits brought through. So hopefully everybody stays on top of this case. Everybody pays attention to everything that's going on. We know Sheriff Nanos, Chris Nanos, again, in my opinion, I think he's as corrupt as sin. He's as corrupt as the devil can be. Um, so, and I also know Sheriff Nanos has a ginormous ego. I've been saying that from the start. And I wouldn't be, and this is not me reading it from like a psychic point of view or anything like that, but I would just be very wary because he has to have that, with him being under so much scrutiny, um, in regards, pardon the noise because it's my neighbors. I will be moving August, at the end of August, so, but, with him being so under so much scrutiny with everything that has been dug up on Sheriff Chris Nanos, I wouldn't be surprised or put it past him to try to make himself look like he's kind of like try to redeem himself. So by solving the Nancy Guthrie case, by solving it and getting the person who or persons who did this to Nancy Guthrie, and whether that's the real person or a framed person, that's my concern right there. I don't like that they brought out framed. Not at all. And that's not me being a conspiracy theorist. They literally said that. That's why I asked the question. So just everybody really pay attention to everything that's going on if you are consistently following the Nancy Guthrie case. But I wouldn't put it past Sheriff Chris Nanos. Even though, I mean, I do have to say with everything that's coming out, maybe he might not try it because he is under so much scrutiny, but he seems to be that type of individual where he has gotten away with so much already, like he thinks he's untouchable. I already know he's a suck up to Savannah Guthrie. So there's that as well. So if he can make himself look like he's better in Savannah Guthrie's eyes, anything that can boost his ego, boost his fame, all those types of things. So I would just be worried for that. But we got a lot of information. I am going to have to go back through this, review it, write everything down, put it down back with my notes from my spirit box sessions that I have, and see where else this has pointed, and if it has pointed even more into a direction, because there is one location that I'm still waiting on a very kind of crucial piece of information to come out before I will release that location. I've already given the 3 locations that I believe really, really need to be searched, and I've already given that out on my channel. But there's still one location, and I'm just still waiting on a very, very confident yes or no answer from Nancy Guthrie, before I will release that location. All right, you guys. Let's just pull. I just want to end with on a positive note. So we'll just pull from Spirit Messages, Oracle cards. See what actually we'll pull from here. See what positive is coming in for you guys. Career, life, and Oracle deck. Okay, we'll pull from there. I always pull guidance cards for my viewers and subscribers. At the end when I do tarot readings. But when I do lives, I also like to try to do that too. But what is positive that is coming towards my viewers and subscribers that they can expect in their lives? Reflection. Okay, so you guys have been reflecting on things, all right? And it says, take time to revisit the past and figure out what you want to do. Okay, in the Nancy Guthrie case, go back and look at the past. That's what this is saying as well, okay? Go back and look at the past because you will find more evidence and more clues in the past, okay? Figure out what you want to do. Knowing what you don't like will show you what you truly love, okay? So then what blessing is coming in is reflecting. You've reflected on something in your past, and this is now bringing you towards something that you really truly like in your life, whether it's hobby, career, love, whatever it may be. But that's a blessing that's coming towards you. Anything else? Locked, okay. Okay, so we have something that is going to be coming unlocked for you. You guys are going to be, you have locked, see the lock on there? Something's going to be opening up for you. Something you guys have been temporarily waiting on is now opening up. It says your new place offers job security. It doesn't just have to be job security. Your new place offers job security. You guys may have, if this does have to do with a career, you guys may have had to work temporary jobs in the past or temp positions in the past because something wasn't available. But this looks like a new job or career opportunity is opening up for you guys. One more card, and then we will pull. The blessings are coming towards my viewers and subscribers. A key. Something's unlocking for you guys. Investments. And look what's on the card. Bitcoin. That's what the ransom letters were requesting. Invest in your education and make some big plans for the future. Take calculated risks, but save something to fall back on. Okay. You guys have financial blessings coming in. Okay. Invest in your education and make some big plans for the future. Take calculated risks, but save something to fall back on. Yeah, you guys have financial blessings coming in, but this also has to do with Nancy's case. Again, education with the Bitcoin. And someone was making big plans for the future. They took calculated risks, but they saved something to fall back on. Okay, blessings for my viewers and subscribers. You guys have freedom coming in and independence. Okay, freedom. You guys may also be able to become self-employed as well. It says freedom. You need to have more flexibility with your schedule and income. Being self-employed is ideal. Time off will help you get clear. Feathers. So that's a message from Spirit as well with the feather coming up. Yeah, this is about owning your own business. You guys have a business. Pathways are opening for you guys. This is all about finances, career. These are the blessings that are coming towards you. Independence. It's time to go out on your own and create your own business or try something well outside your comfort zone. New pathways are opening for you, which is going to bring in financial abundance. Some of you guys may be traveling for work, okay, because we do have journey, or you guys may be going on a vacation. It says you may move to a new place for work or travel for work. Exploring the world gives you the experience you need to succeed. Some of you guys are being put in a position of power. You are being promoted or called to lead. Time to step into your sovereignty and guide others with compassion. Okay. Power position. Okay. And then we have honest work. It says, it's okay to have a job that's not very glamorous. Get some experience to help you move up in the future. Success is a process. You guys have success coming in. Someone may like to drink a lot as well. Here, this is someone pouring beer into a cup. Okay, so for the Nancy Guthrie case as well. All right, let me pull from the last deck. And so you guys have a lot of good things coming in for you. You guys are gonna be, if you are wanting to start your own business, your own platform, whatever it may be, it's saying go for it. Okay. Some of you guys may be traveling, going on vacation, or you may travel for work or planning a trip. Some of you guys may be moving homes, okay? Or wanting to move, okay? And you guys are manifesting as well, okay? You have short term coming in. Some of you guys may have been feeling disappointed in the past, okay? But it's only short term, okay? Don't be too attached to it. No worries. You will find something that's even more fulfilling and prosperous, okay? You guys have prosperity coming in with manifesting, okay? You have the power to manifest what you want by writing your intentions down and by taking inspired action to make it happen. Okay. All right. I was shuffling that deck and other cards wanted to come out. You guys have many choices ahead of you. Okay. Even if you don't see them right now, get creative and look around. Because you have opportunities coming for you. This is good. Come on. Many choices. You have many options. Even if you don't see them right now, get creative and look around. This one says pull a card for each option to see what's best. Yeah, progress coming in. All right. Guidance card. One more guidance card, and then we'll end the live. Guidance card. Guidance card. My viewers, subscribers. Trust the wait. This came out in the Spirit Box session. Okay. Trust the wait. You're being prepared for your blessings. In order to receive, you have to be ready to receive. Things you are going through now are not random. Trust the flow of the universe. So, God, the universe, they're preparing you for your blessings. So your patience is paying off. I know, it sucks when you keep hearing, oh, keep having patience, keep having patience. It's paying off. Okay. It says accept where you are at this moment in time. Only then can you begin to move forward. Be clear about your intentions. This makes it easier It makes it easier for us and the universe to help you. Doors will open unexpected. Be ready. Told you. Doorways are opening for you guys. Okay? Be grateful for what you have right now. Acknowledge what you have right now in your life. Okay? Um, Make your intentions clear to the universe, to God, whatever you believe in. Make your intentions very clear, your manifestations very clear about what you want in your life, where you want your life to go, what direction you want your life to go into. Okay? Those doorways, those pathways, they are opening up for you. All right, you guys. I love you all. Okay? Thank you for showing up for my live. I know it was just random live, but I just wanted to connect with you guys. I missed you guys. I miss you guys all so much. And I will talk to you guys all later, okay? Bye, everyone. And again, thank you. Before I say goodbye to everyone, I want to say thank you to my mods who mod my chat for me. Again, I wouldn't be able to run these lives without my mods, okay? I truly, truly am honored to have my mods, okay? It's an honor for me, for them to be in my chat, okay? And to run my chat for me, all right? So I love you mods very much. All right, you guys. I love everyone else. I'll talk to you later. Bye.